Can you stop being 17 for like half a second, please? Lady, like you're getting married. Can you get over yourself? I know we're all supposed to be on the Taylor Swift bandwagon. I can't get there, guys.
Charli XCX says there are no diss tracks on her Brat album in a 2024 video. With the recent release of Taylor Swift's new album, The Life of a Showgirl, fans have been sparking debate about possible diss tracks between Charli and Taylor on both Brat and Taylor's new album.
I see online that some people think that there are diss tracks on Brat, and I just wanted to come on here and clarify that there aren't, apart from maybe Yvonne Dutch, which kind of is, but
Taylor Swift just dropped an album, and I think Swifties have to admit that this was not her best. This album did not land well at all, and you can still be a Swiftie and admit this is not it, for many reasons. For one, the album is very tone deaf. Extremely tone deaf. There's hella microaggressions in the album.
The music world is absolutely exploding right now, and it's not because of another record-breaking achievement. Taylor Swift's highly anticipated 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, just dropped on October 3rd, and the internet is divided in a way we haven't seen in years. While die-hard Swifties are celebrating another release from their queen, a growing chorus of critics is calling out what they're labeling as the most tone-deaf, privilege-blind era of Taylor's entire career. From cringe-worthy promotional tactics to lyrics that have fans questioning if she's lost touch with reality, this album rollout has become a masterclass in how not to read the room. The drama started brewing weeks before the album even hit streaming platforms. But that's not all. The controversy intensified when Charli X publicly addressed rumors about potential diss tracks between herself and Taylor. In a candid 2024 video, Charli clarified that despite online speculation suggesting her Brat album contained shots at Taylor, there weren't any diss tracks except for maybe one song. The timing was interesting, considering both artists were gearing up for major releases, and fans were already in detective mode, dissecting every lyric for hidden meanings. It gets even worse when you look at how Taylor announced the project. She revealed her 12th studio album during an appearance on her fiancé Travis Kelce's podcast, New Heights, which he co-hosts with his brother. The album features 12 tracks with only one featured artist, Sabrina Carpenter, on the title track. Taylor explained that she created this entire album while touring Europe during her Eras tour, somehow finding time between performing 3 consecutive sold-out shows to fly to Sweden and record. She described herself as physically exhausted but mentally stimulated, literally living the life of a showgirl while writing about it. The album's theme revolves around what happens behind the curtain, exploring the hidden side of glamour and fame. Things take an unexpected turn when we get to the promotional strategy that sent social media into absolute chaos. Spotify hosted a 3-day pop-up experience in New York City, complete with photo ops, themed rooms, exclusive merch, and lyric reveals designed to build hype. Swifties immediately spotted the first lyric from the album, scrawled in peachy orange lipstick on a mirror. Oftentimes, it doesn't feel so glamorous to be me. This same lyric appeared on a massive Times Square billboard, and that's when the internet collectively lost its mind. Critics immediately called it a calculated PR move, and the backlash was swift and brutal. People couldn't believe that after nearly half a decade of performing in sold-out stadiums worldwide and accumulating over $1 billion in wealth, Taylor was buying billboards in the heart of American capitalism to tell regular people that her life isn't actually that glamorous. And here's where it gets wild. The reactions were absolutely scathing in a way Taylor hasn't experienced in years. Social media erupted with comments accusing her of being completely unself-aware and narcissistic. One viral tweet read, "Taylor really said being the highest paid pop star alive feels not so glamorous. Yeah, I bet flying private to your 18th mansion must be rough." Another person pointed out her $1.6 billion net worth, writing that Taylor was essentially cosplaying the struggle while her Eras tour grossed nearly $1,000 every single second. The common sentiment was that this was an awful lyric to lead with from a PR perspective, especially considering what most people are dealing with financially in today's economy. The reason this happened will shock you. Many believe Taylor has become so insulated in her bubble of wealth and fame that she's genuinely lost the to relate to her massive fan base. Comments flooded in calling her the final boss of pick-me energy and pointing out that she loves fame and chose this life. One particularly cutting observation noted that her Rhode Island house alone costs more than most people's annual rent, multiplied 1,000 times over. People referenced her own lyrics about covert narcissism disguised as altruism, suggesting she's become the very thing she once critiqued. The disconnect between Taylor's perceived struggles and actual human problems created a PR nightmare that her team seemingly didn't anticipate. And listen to this. The musical direction of the album has drawn comparisons that Taylor probably didn't want. Multiple critics have pointed out that the album seems heavily influenced by Sabrina Carpenter's style, particularly the talk singing approach that Sabrina successfully incorporates into her music. However, what works brilliantly for Sabrina's brand apparently doesn't translate well to Taylor's established sound. Listeners described certain tracks as sounding more like Hamilton than a Taylor Swift album, with simple, short lines that feel like a departure from her signature storytelling style. Things get even messier from here when we examine the actual lyrical content that has people up in arms. Beyond the tone deafness of complaining about privilege, there are songs that critics are calling out for containing microaggressions and problematic messaging. One track titled "I Like My Friends Cancelled" has drawn particular ire because Taylor reportedly hangs out with several MAGA supporters. The song's message essentially translates to not caring that her friends support controversial political figures because it doesn't directly affect her life. Critics argue this demonstrates how her privilege as a white billionaire shields her from the consequences of political decisions that devastate marginalized communities. What came next surprised everyone. The microaggressions throughout the album became impossible to ignore, particularly in how they relate to women of color. Lyrics like "I'm not a bad bee" and references that feel like subtle digs have been interpreted as Taylor addressing insecurities about Travis Kelce's dating history. Travis previously dated women of color exclusively before his relationship with Taylor, and certain lyrics seem to reference not being what he's used to having. These lines struck many listeners as uncomfortable microaggressions toward women of color, creating an undertone that feels competitive and defensive in ways that reveal deeper issues. And it doesn't stop there. Critics have also pointed out that some lyrics feel shockingly immature for someone in their mid-30s. References to high school prom and other childish topics have people questioning why Taylor hasn't allowed her songwriting to mature along with her life experiences. She's been compared to Drake in this regard, with critics asking why artists who've been in the industry for extended periods struggle with this issue of growing up in their music. While nostalgia has its place, Taylor already has countless songs covering those themes. The expectation is that as artists grow and experience different stages of life, their work should reflect that evolution. This is where the cracks really start to show, in terms of fan loyalty and critical reception. Even longtime Swifties are beginning to admit that this album doesn't measure up to Taylor's previous work, which represents a significant shift in the conversation. The usual unconditional support has cracked wide open, with fans acknowledging that you can love an artist while also recognizing when they've completely missed the mark. The album didn't land well across multiple metrics. Critical reception has been mixed at best, and even segments of her own devoted fanbase are expressing disappointment publicly. But wait until you hear this. Despite all the controversy and legitimate criticism swirling around, there's still a massive contingent of fans who are absolutely thrilled about this release and defending it fiercely. They're streaming the album on repeat, defending every single artistic choice Taylor made. This stark divide within the fanbase has created a fascinating cultural moment where we're watching real-time discourse unfold about privilege, artistic evolution, and celebrity responsibility. Some people genuinely believe this is Taylor's best work yet, while others see it as the exact moment she completely lost the plot. The fallout? Even worse than anyone anticipated? The real question everyone's asking now is whether Taylor can recover from this significant misstep, or if this marks the beginning of a decline in her cultural dominance. She's weathered major controversies before, from the infamous Kanye situation to the Scooter Braun master recordings drama. But this situation feels fundamentally different. This isn't about external conflicts. This is about her own artistic choices, her messaging, and whether she's still in touch with the world outside her billionaire bubble. The fact that even dedicated fans are expressing genuine disappointment suggests this isn't just haters being loud on the internet. There's legitimate concern that Taylor has surrounded herself with yes people who aren't willing to tell her when an idea is bad or a lyric is tone deaf.